welcome everybody. Good morning. My name is Kellen Dammann. I work with Marin County in the Community Development Agency on the sustainability team, and I also work on the BayREN program. So today is our regional energy forum, and it's moving towards 2022. And what will the new energy code mean for REACH codes? So once again, thanks everybody for coming. So I'm sure most people are familiar with Zoom by now, but just in case you're not, the video camera is not needed. Please use the chat feature to interact with the panelists and other participants. Please use the Q&A box down at the bottom, or raise your hand if you have a question or comment. And we will break for questions at the end of each session. A little bit more on Zoom how-tos. You can see here the chat box on the left, Q&A box on the right, and the raise hand button in the middle. A little bit about BayREN. So BayREN stands for the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, and we are local governments empowering our communities. We have programs that build government capacity, promote healthy and energy efficient buildings, and reduce carbon emissions. These are the BayREN programs. We have a single family program. You've probably seen some of our ads out there for that. It's called Home Plus. We have a green labeling program, multifamily energy efficiency and assistance program, Bambi, BayREN Business, Water Upgrade Saves, and Codes and Standards, which is the program we are representing today. A little bit more about codes and standards. There's two broad areas here. There's compliance improvements for Title 24, Part 6, that's the energy code, and policy, and where we share best practices and develop regional resources, which is kind of what we're doing here today with the policy forum. REACH code support. So BayREN does offer technical support for REACH codes, and we have experts available for local jurisdictions. Please reach out to your BayREN rep in your county to get started on that process. And we also have customized trainings available for building departments on local REACH code implementation and enforcement. Energy code trainings, we also do energy code trainings. I've brought a lot to jurisdictions in Marin, but they can be done in person, probably starting next year at some point. And we also do them online, obviously because of the pandemic. And through that, we've developed some on-demand trainings like our heat pump water heater training, which is available. You can look at those sessions on our website, and you can learn more down here too. Municipal ZNE, ZNC technical assistance. So for jurisdictions that are planning municipal building projects, BayREN offers a municipal ZNE technical assistance program, which can help in the development of zero net energy buildings in the planning process. So now we've come to the point where we're going to introduce our BayREN reps. I'll get started. Again, my name is Kellen Dammann. I work with Marin County. And today we're asking the BayREN reps to introduce themselves and just provide some information on REACH codes in your county. So I'll get started with that. In Marin County, there's 11 jurisdictions. We have 3 jurisdictions that do electric preferred pathway, 4 that are under Cal Green Tier 1. Sorry, I like took notes here. See, and we'll get into this. There's a lot of different REACH codes and it gets a little bit complicated. But for the 4 jurisdictions with Tier 1, there's 2 that have the energy requirement and 2 that do not. And there's 5 jurisdictions in Marin County that do not have a REACH code at all. So it's just the baseline Title 24. So let's get started with Emily.
Hi everyone, Emily Alvarez. I work with Stop Waste, who's the Alameda County BayREN representative. In Alameda County, we have 7 of 15 jurisdictions that have REACH codes in place, energy REACH codes. There's a mix of approaches, including natural gas bans, all electric requirements, and electric preferred with increased efficiency and pre-wiring for mixed fuel projects. Additionally, the city of Piedmont has passed an existing building REACH code triggered at the time of major renovation. And the city of Albany, on top of energy REACH codes, has adopted several Cal Green tiered requirements, including low VOC flooring and outdoor lighting. Several other jurisdictions are still evaluating energy REACH codes and may pass them under the next cycle.
Thanks, Emily. Let's go to Damien next.
Hi, everyone. Damian Hardman, Contra Costa County. I actually work in the Department of Conservation and Development. We have 19 cities in our jurisdiction, in our county, and we have one city with a reach code. That's the city of Richmond. They passed theirs quite some time ago, and they just made it a little bit more stringent, I think, this week at their city council meeting. So their most recent update is all electric for all new construction. They had some exemptions prior to that for certain residential appliances, is my understanding. And the county of Contra Costa is planning to go to its full board actually next month in December for an all electric reach code as well for all residential buildings for new construction, and then some non-residential buildings such as office, retail, and hotels. And thank you.
Thanks, Damien. Let's go over to Deborah in Napa.
Hi, good morning. I'm Deborah Elliott from Napa County. And Napa County does not have any reach codes in any of our 6 jurisdictions, but we do have a number of groups and some individuals that are very interested in them. So we'll see what happens over the next year. Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah. Let's go to Barry.
Hey, Kellen, good morning. In San Francisco, we only have one jurisdiction, but we have maintained reach code since 2009 and currently require all electric new construction, projects that for whatever reason are allowed to be built mixed fuel as an exception, are held to higher efficiency standards, solar thermal, or green roof is required on buildings of any type or use of 10 floors or less.
Thanks, Barry. Denise?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Denise Lynn with the County of San Mateo Office of Sustainability, and we have 21 jurisdictions in our county, 13 of which have reach codes for new construction, and 12 of those are all electric reach codes, and one of those is an electric preferred reach code. And the majority of jurisdictions have included both building electrification requirements as well as electric vehicle charging requirements. Thank you. Great to be here.
Thanks, Denise. Let's go over to Brianne.
Hey everyone, I'm Brianne Boyle. I work with the County of Santa Clara in their Office of Sustainability. And in Santa Clara County, almost every city has adopted some type of reach code. We have 5 cities that have adopted all electric reach codes, 4 have mostly electric reach codes, and then 2 have adopted reach codes that encourage electrification. There's one that's currently considering a reach code, that's the county, and then 1 city does not have a reach code.
Awesome. Thanks, Brianne. Jay Paul.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Jay Paul Harrington with Solano Economic Development Corporation, and I am your BayREN rep for Solano County. To the best of my knowledge, currently, none of our 7 jurisdictions have adopted reach codes within the county. So thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you enjoy the forum.
Thanks, Jay Paul. And Christine.
Good morning. I am the Codes and Standards rep for Sonoma County, and I work with the county in the Energy and Sustainability Division of General Services. Our county, we have 10 jurisdictions. We have 3 jurisdictions with all electric reach codes. Petaluma, their reach code applies to all residential and non-residential new construction and projects that are substantial building alteration projects. Healdsburg, all electric reach code with the exception of cooktops, fireplaces, pools and spas, and those are required to be pre-wired for electric. And I think that's all I have here. And then Santa Rosa is an all electric reach code. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Christine. So as you can see, there's a lot of, obviously a lot of jurisdictions in the Bay Area, and there's a pretty diverse range of reach codes, jurisdictions that have them and don't, have different types of reach codes. So Karen's going to get into this a little bit more, but basically what we're trying to accomplish with this forum today is giving jurisdictions the knowledge and tools for preparing for the 2022 energy code, because that's going to affect everybody's reach code. So Karen, I think you're gonna grab the screen for the next couple slides.
Yes, there we go. Hopefully you can see my screen now. Thank you very much. I'm Karen Christensen. I work at ABAG MTC and I lead the BayREN Codes and Standards program. So since I don't have jurisdictions to talk about in terms of reach codes, I'm going to just take a minute to go over why we're having this forum on reach codes now in November of 2021. As we'll hear more about later, local governments have a lot of options about what types of ordinances they can adopt relative to energy, climate action, and green building. And one of the common tools is an energy reach code in which a local government amends the California Energy Code. Reach codes are legally required to be more stringent than the base California Energy Code, which is updated every 3 years. As a result, let's see, there's my little thing here, there we go. So as a result, when the state energy code changes, local energy reach codes are no longer enforceable. And although the updated state code often includes things that were reach codes in the previous cycle, sometimes they don't include everything that was there. So unless a local government adopts a reach code to work with the updated energy code, they wouldn't be able to enforce their previous reach code. So where are we now? The California Energy Commission has developed the 2022 Energy Code Update, and they're recommending the Building Standards Commission adopt that next month. And that code would take effect on January 1st, 2023. If a local government wants to have a reach code take effect at the same time, then a reach code would probably need to be adopted around September or October to be certain of getting on the Energy Commission's agenda for action before the end of the year. They have to review it, have a public comment period, and schedule it onto one of their business meetings. So in order to be safe and allow time for all of that, that really means that it's time to start thinking about this. And that's why we wanted to have this event today and give everyone a head start to start thinking about reach codes for the next code cycle. So, thanks.
Make sure I'm not muted. Great. Thanks, Karen. So I'm going to finish wrapping up the intro slides, and then we're going to get into our first panel. So presentations and materials are going to be available after the forum. And I have to read this disclaimer. The views expressed in these presentations are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the position of the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, or the jurisdictions that BayREN represents. Any questions pertaining to the views and information in these presentations should be directed to the authors. And this is the agenda. Our first panel is going to be featuring 3 local governments talking about their reach codes. So we're really happy to have them. Then we're going to do a Q&A after that panel. Then my colleague, Brian Reyes, is going to be talking about a reach code tracking project that we've been working on in Marin County. We're going to have a break. Then we're going to get an update from the CEC, Will Vincenz, on the 2022 Energy Code. And then we're going to share some options for local governments in terms of reach codes, followed by a panel Q&A. And then we're going to wrap up the forum today. So without further ado, we're going to have our first panel featuring 3 great guests from local governments talking about reach code implementation in their jurisdictions. Hopefully the folks here can learn from these examples. So Andre, if you're ready, go ahead and grab the screen.